Nick Noonan of FightHype.com here with Glenn Rushton. Glenn, massive news going all around the country. Can you just fill us in? What was that all about?
Well, what it was all about was obviously selection of, you recall in the last fight we had one judge that went way different to the other judges. He's normally a very good judge, but he scored a draw in a fight that you just couldn't possibly score a draw. So naturally we're a little bit gun shy from that, and actually the AMBF in Queensland have taken steps since then to insist that all of the judges when events are held here are from Queensland, and they know they're well trained and trusted officials. So that was the case here. We had a situation, we discussed who the officials would be for this bout, and one of the officials there, he offered his gymnasium to Tim Tszyu, and really? I believe he had some form of relationship with his dad, whether as part of the camp in the corner, we were told, but whether that's, we're not 100% sure, but he was certainly a friend of Johnny Lewis, the trainer of Costa, and there was some association there. So we had some concerns there about him also using his gym up here, and then another official, we had heard rumours that he believed that Tim Tszyu would win the fight, so that obviously concerned us.
So a judge is already making a prediction on a fight that's already, before it's even happened?
Yeah, that was of concern, you know, is that the judge had expressed his view that he believed Tim Tszyu would win the fight.
Is that allowed?
And as early as yesterday, when my assistant trainer Matt Partridge was on the plane, you know, he did mention to him that when my assistant said to him Jeff was going very well, he's going probably as good as since Pacquiao, he said he's going to need to be. So, you know, it sort of concerned me that he has this possibly a little bit inflated opinion, you know, of Tim, and that is of concern because, you know, naturally we want all the officials to go into this fight with a clean slate.
Have you ever heard of that before? A referee having an opinion on a fight before it's even started?
Well, this is a judge in this case, but no, you know, I think it's wrong. I think I've judged a lot of fights myself. I've lost count of how many I've judged over the years, both in martial arts and boxing. And certainly my opinion is always that you must go into a fight with a blank slate. You can't go in with any preconceived filters, any opinions, and if you've got any, you should step aside. That's my belief. If you feel very strongly that a certain fighter will win a fight, I don't think that's the right frame of mind to go into judging. Because if I was judging a fight and you said to me, who do you think will win the fight? I'd say I have no opinion on judging the fight. And that's what I would say, because that's how I'd be thinking.
Obviously, Glenn Jennings and Matt Rose are really, really upset. Do you think they're a little bit razzled?
Oh, I don't know about rattled, upset. They're certainly upset, I can assure you. Yeah. They're definitely upset about it. You know, so I don't know, that's up to them. But my job is to make sure that Jeff gets a fair go here. Remember, we've already come off a tough decision down in Mexico, as you know, with Dennis Hogan against Mongoya.
But ripped off, yeah.
Well, that was a tough decision. You know, the commentators thought we'd won, we thought we'd won. And
the zone had it winning, copy box, punched that.
The punters thought we'd won. The crowd even were telling us, the Mexicans were telling us they thought we'd won. So, you know, we had that. Then we've had it happen to us again, you know, with in the last bout with Francisco Martinez scoring that weird result, you know, which was just, that really left a nasty taste there. So much so that, as I said, AMBF Queensland took action after that. So they thought the same as I did. This is not sour grapes or anything like that. I didn't want to raise this after the fight because it would be perceived as sour grapes. So I raised this with the head judge last night and echoed my concerns. I spoke with the lead promoter this morning, and he said you should make this public. He says it's fair. The public should be aware of this. It's information that's important. So he suggested that we should go public now. He said because if we raise any concerns after the fight, it'll be like water off a duck's back. It'll be sour grapes, and I certainly don't want to do that. Because I said to Jeff going into this fight, no excuses. We go into this fight well prepared, no excuses. There's no rematch clause. Everything's on the line, and I want to make sure we get a fair and impartial decision.
And I suppose if the roles were reversed, you would expect that their team would do the same?
Oh, 100%. You know, anyone would. If you're looking after your fighter's best interest, you just want to know that, you know, you're going to have all the officials are going to give you a fair result. So naturally, they would do exactly the same if they had any concerns.
All right, no worries. Thanks for catching up with FightHype.com.
Always welcome.